dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
It's your boy, PJ the Paradox Nerd, alongside Lael, aka the 1/6 scale man. And yo, we got an awesome episode for you guys.
Yes, indeed.
What's going on, Lael? How's everything, man? We haven't long time no talk.
Oh man,
Mhm.
it's been a day. It's been a day. We'll just say that it's been a long day, man.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. You know,
Definitely.
work's been kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
hey, man, we're here together and
Yeah.
ready to talk some Star Wars and
Yeah,
Star Wars Hot Toys, man.
definitely.
But
That's the good stuff.
oh, absolutely, man.
That's
But
definitely good stuff, man.
what is going on with Hot Toys, man?
Who knows?
Yo,
who knows?
I mean, you've been collecting it for a while.
Yeah.
And I've been collecting for a while.
Yeah.
But I haven't. This is the first time I've seen Hot Toys like
Something
quiet.
like this in a long time, man.
Yeah, right.
A long time. Like
what's yeah.
I mean, I think a lot kind of plays into it. I mean, of course, we know that, we've just, besides the simple fact that there was a Chinese New Year,
Mm-hmm.
Things going on with COVID, a lot of shutdowns, transit issues, import issues, issues with, just them and other distributors and stuff like that plays a lot into it. But I think I have a strange feeling that they're gonna bombard us, bro.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm like almost, I would say 98, like 95% sure they're gonna bombard us with some stuff, man. I don't know, because you gotta, figure like there's a lot of stuff that we're still waiting on. Again, I'm still waiting on, IG-11, of course.
Yeah.
We just got that reveal the other day of the Scout Trooper.
Yeah.
With the Scout Trooper Deluxe with the so that is another thing.
Yeah, which we're gonna, I know
we'll
we talked
cover
about
that.
we talked about it last week,
Mhm.
but we got to see the unsealed and revealed.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, man, you say I'm an enabler, dude. You got me. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We're
So
gonna talk about it, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's there's a lot of different issues that are going on right now.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get hit, and I think it's like I said. We talked about it. We covered, like, if you're a collector, and in times like this, you gotta budget well. And what I mean by that is just be prepared, because you're going to start getting hit with those emails. So just be ready. Pay off the ones that that you are expecting, because those will be the first that you'll get hit by. So just make sure those things are taken care of, and worry about everything else that comes after. But yeah, I'm about to get hit, bro. I got a strange feeling.
Yeah, you know what it is too? It's just that, like, I know, like, there's been delays with the shipping and everything, and the docks, and and with Sideshow and everything, but Hot Toys, man, like, I mean, like, we haven't gotten like a final production photo besides the Batman Arkham, the Batman Beyond figure. Besides that, we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, I know what you're saying, man. Like, it's gonna be this is the time to budget. I know a lot of people have been searching on eBay, trying to satisfy their itch. Because they haven't gotten anything, so a lot of them are going on eBay and trying to pick up older figures.
Exactly.
So
it's one of those things, man. Like, but you know what? I mean, us collectors, those who have actually been in this game for a while, we know the drill. We know basically how it is. It's an adjustment period. It's a preparational, type of period. you just got to be prepared and know when that storm hits, because when it hits, it will hit. But I mean, I kind of, like I said, I mean, I kind of expected something like this, not of this magnitude, but I kind of expected something like this. But it also, at the same time, gave me a chance to kind of prepare. And
Yeah,
just be ready.
that's a great point, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially for me, man. Like, last year, man, they were just like bombarding us with a lot of Star Wars Hot Toys releases.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I remember right after like the Chinese New Year, they just hit us with Director Krennic. We got Leia and Wicket. We got the Gonk Droid and Jawa. And it just kept on escalating. And then next thing you know,
We got started getting everything.
yeah,
One after another. You know what I mean?
and it was like with the Mando, it was released a lot earlier than expected.
What was expected, because I mean, it was pushed up to August. Because I had gotten the email notification, so it was pushed up to August. So waiting on that was, then finally got that in. I was surprised that they even pushed up the Beskar Mando as quickly as they did.
Which I was shocked.
Yeah, but then again, there's a lot of people who still haven't gotten it. There's still people that are waiting on that.
I know.
I know. And what we talked about the other day, the best thing to do, and I'm sure PJ, you follow the same theory, is that if there's a figure that you want, and you want it, and you want it first go around, especially if you're ordering it through Sideshow, pay it off in advance. Plain and simple. Be one of the first to pay it off. If you pay it off, then you won't have that long of a wait. If you're on a payment plan, then you're going to be waiting. So pay it off.
Actually, that's a great thing to bring up and a great advice. I know we talked about it off stream, and that it's just one of those things that, like, for the people out there that want their figure right away. So when you see people start getting their email notification, like say, like you start seeing people saying, they got the notification for Beskar Heavy Mando or something like that, and you have that figure pre-ordered. Seriously, like if you want that figure right away, pay it off. Like seriously, just completely pay it off. There's no rhyme or reason in how Sideshow ships their batches, and there's no like, oh, I pre-ordered first. Like I should be getting it first.
Yeah,
I think if you have it on a payment plan, it kind of just follows your payment plan. Like once you paid it off, then they will put you in the list of things to be of figures to be shipped. But you have to think though, like there's a lot of people in that same boat. So if you got the funds and you really want your figure right away, and you see someone getting that email notification and you haven't gotten yours yet, pay it off. Like seriously, like pay it off right away.
Pay it off as quickly as you can, because it puts you in that list. It puts you on that list of those who already, and because when you pay it off, you become priority.
Exactly.
I mean, that's plain and simple. You become priority. You're actually moved up to the top of the list because you've already paid it off. So just do it. I mean, just go ahead and do it. I mean, that's that's mainly my philosophy. But I mean, the hardest part about this is, I think, is a lot of stuff is gonna, it's gonna come in droves. You know what I mean? Like it is. It's gonna come in droves. So people just have to be prepared right now, man.
I agree. All right, so I'm gonna address the chat real quick, and then we're gonna dive into some of our topics. Pictures that we're gonna take a look at. So quite a bit to talk about. We got the collector in the house, and as I always say, a live stream ain't a live stream without King Ding-a-ling. What's going on, King? Really appreciate the love and support, man.
Yeah.
We got Ekwan in the house. We got the everyday collector. We got Quicksilver 1934 in the house. Yo, what's up, guys? The intro never gets old. Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
That collector says ROJ Vader May 4th, major shipping issues. We got Andrew Gibo. What's up, Andrew? Imports way up. We got Lane Kramer in the house. Lane.
Hey, what's up, Lane?
Stop buying Bell Hot Toy figures and buy more Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. We got Danny Lee in the house.
Man.
And this is a great point that which we're going to talk about in just a second. Ekwan says the Vader is going in and out of stock, probably because it's one of the few things that's not on pre-order. Yeah, we'll definitely dive into that. Who else is here? We got Adrian Montoya.
What up?
We got Michael Black in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is here? We got Santino. What's going on, man? Appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning into the live stream. He goes, look at these two handsome men. Oh man, appreciate it, man. He's by the way, Santino is our moderator for the Scum and Villainy Facebook group, and shout out to him, man, because he's doing awesome. Yo,
Genius.
he's doing an awesome job with moderating that group. He's coming up with some amazing topics and just getting the group involved, man. Like, so he's doing an awesome job. So we got Michael Black in the house. We got H Green 1313, single songwriter. What's going on, man? I really appreciate you tuning in.
What's going on, man?
We got KG Smith in the house. He goes, still waiting for Best Commando. It's been paid off since January.
Wow. Yeah. See, it's a lot, man.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Oh man, yeah, I hear you. There's something going on with the imports coming in, man. So hopefully it gets straightened out at some point. I don't know what's going on. Like, I know the docks are delayed or something.
Well, a lot of what they're basically saying is it's not even just the docks. They said one of the major carriers, the ships that actually have the containment units on, is actually, they said, caught up somewhere towards Egypt. Now, I don't know. Now, that was the last I've heard, but I mean, it might have, things might have actually changed since then, but I mean, no one's without. I mean, there's been zero notification. Like, no one's saying anything about it. Like, at least keeping everyone updated. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's scary, dude. Like, I mean, like everything. There's such a short supply of a lot of things. PS5s, Xboxes. I'm still trying to get my video card, my 3080.
Yeah.
Mando, I don't know, man. I really don't know what everything's going. So, but I think what's his name brought up a good point, is that I forgot who said it. Yeah, Ekwan said it. So I guess people are having that itch, man, and they're really trying to fix, satisfy their Hot Toys Star Wars fix, and here's one of them is that the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader 40th anniversary.
Yes.
Now, Lael, you have this figure, right?
Yes, I do.
So
yes, I do.
Today it was a special day because there was it hit like low stock, on Sideshow's website, and then you saw on all the groups, stating that it's low in stock, and people were trying to get it and pre-order it, and it actually went on wait list, right?
Yeah.
But then it went back off wait list. Now, what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you think that Sideshow is actually playing the market game where they're like, oh man, let's put this low in stock and see what happens? And then
no, so I think what's happening is, because they had Vader on for a while, and that particular Vader has been, up for purchase for a while. So I think that what's happening is they're getting bombarded by a lot of orders because, a lot of people are placing orders for like Grail pieces, stuff that they probably didn't have since we're kind of slow right now. They're going back, picking up other figures. Also, this is what you got to understand. May the 4th is right around the corner, bro. So being that May the 4th is actually coming up, people are trying to get their hands on any and everything, which is going to actually also tailor into our conversation that we're going to have later. But with this particular figure, people had, so I think what Sideshow did was they probably waitlisted it for like a minute, like just briefly, just to go check their stock, satisfy all the orders that they actually had and whatever was left over. Then they took it off, and it's gonna be waitlisted again, no question. It's gonna be waitlisted again if it isn't already. So there's a lot that kind of plays into it. But my thing is, man, this is Vader. This should have been waitlisted a long time ago.
Well,
This should have been. This is Vader. So
No, I hear you. And to be fair,
yeah,
this is a reissue of
hmm
the Empire Strikes Back Vader.
one of the
And
greatest movies of all time. Yes,
absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
yes,
It's
yes,
my favorite movie
of
of
all
all time.
time, of all
Yeah.
time.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know. I keep, you know what it is? I think, I don't know if it's like I hear an echo. So I don't know if it's mine or,
Hear an echo? It's like an echo, or
yeah, it's like I'm hearing myself. And I don't know if anybody else in the chat could hear it,
does
unless it's
anyone
just
hear
my,
echo?
you can't hear it though, right, Leo?
No, I don't hear it. I hear you loud and clear, man.
I don't know. I think it's my headphones,
The only
man.
thing you probably hear in the background behind me is like a dryer. That's it.
Oh no, yeah. No, you're good. But I think it's my
Yeah,
headphones. But anyway,
yeah,
you know what it is too, and sorry, I lost my chain of thought. But this is like a reissue of the Empire Strikes Back Vader from before. This is just with this one, they just slapped on the vintage box on it, and
yeah,
it's basically the same figure
yeah,
as the previous one,
yeah.
which I had. I actually had that figure. I sold it because
BJ, I'm not talking to you anymore. Okay, we're done. He said he sold it. We're done.
well, because I was the thing is, all right. So I love that figure, but the only thing
Yeah,
is the problem I had was the helmet. The
yeah,
helmet just wouldn't stay on, and it just kept on popping off.
yeah.
And yeah, I'm not sure, why they didn't go with a magnet, because a magnet would have made total sense. They just went with like a peg and like a
I
capacitor.
created my own.
Oh, you did. You did.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a smart
yeah.
idea.
I
I should
customized
do.
the magnet. So I did was I
Mm,
got the thinnest piece. I actually got it from.
mm.
Again, I purchased this magnet from Michaels. Michaels, where
Oh.
you can get all of your art supplies as well as containment units, all of the anything that you want, paint, canvases, all that.
And you can
Reach
get
out
your
to
art
Michaels,
prints free.
and you can reach out. So reach out to Michaels. You can
Mm.
use my discount code, and you ready for that discount code? That discount is NONE. None. I don't have one. No. So seriously, no. I got
Mhm.
the magnet from there, and I didn't. So what I did was, because I didn't want to mess up the figure.
Mhm.
So what I did was I got like a thin piece of double-sided Gorilla Tape that I know I can peel off on the inside because it's black, and I put it on both sides in the end. So it's I have no problems with it, and it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, again, like I knew this reissue was coming, so I
yeah,
actually sold it before the reissue,
yeah,
and you know, I was gonna by doing that, it gave me some time to really think, like, okay, should I pick it up again?
hmm
And you know, to me, my favorite Vader is the Rogue One Vader. I don't know why, dude. I just love that Vader. That has this, sometimes when you pick up a figure, it's not about just picking up the figure because of the character, but it's also
yeah,
like the moment that you picked up that figure that makes it special.
yeah.
Like when I picked up the Rogue One Vader, it was literally after the Rogue One movie. Like I watched that on a Thursday night. It was like 7 o'clock. I got out at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And the end scene of that movie was just absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Dude, I left the theater. I got out and I was like on my phone pre-ordering the Rogue
Yeah.
One Vader.
Yeah.
Everybody, all my friends were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, be quiet right now.
You gotta get
Be
that Vader."
quiet." And guess what? It got waitlisted by Friday night because I remember I was away and I just looked it up again and I saw it waitlisted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that moment in time, like that's the reason why I think that's my favorite Vader of all time
Yeah.
in terms of figure. Favorite Vader in general, Empire Strikes Back, obviously.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I really love this figure, and I did a review on it, and I love the base, which they didn't give us that corny, Imperial base that they usually give you.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, like I said before, there was a magnet, but to be honest, this is a really nice release, man. It's a really beautiful Empire Strikes Back Vader.
Very much
And
so.
you know,
Very much so. And I'm telling you, we're not. trust and believe. We may not get a reissue. Well, of course, we're not going to get the 40th anniversary, but we're going to get another Vader.
Yeah,
we will definitely get another Vader.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That is, by far something that will happen. Considering the simple fact that we have, the Obi-Wan series coming up, we have also, once we hit that 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, when we hit that anniversary, we're gonna get, we'll definitely get another one. But I have this particular Vader. The Rogue One Vader that I got it with. It was a dual set with Tarkin. So I got that actual set. Then I got this one. I think when did I receive this? I think it was back in December. Something like that. So yeah, I actually got this, but I made sure because I didn't pick up the 40th anniversary Boba Fett.
You didn't?
No, I didn't want it because I already.
Oh, you already have it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't want to actually because I'm like, I like the one that I have, and it was just basically a reissue, just with different, like a different paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, like guys, who hasn't picked this up yet and you're considering pick it up, definitely pick it up before it gets waitlisted.
Yes.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. So but yeah, I mean that was one of the case today. People were going crazy.
Yeah. Yes, I do, Swallow. Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's one of the cases where people were going crazy today trying to pick up the Empire Strikes Back Vader.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're getting it's a lot of it right now. What we're dealing with is because of these issues, man. Like there's nothing that's really going on right now, so a lot of people are going back picking up Grail pieces. Anything that they can actually find. And I'm telling you, anything. The one thing to trust and believe, as much as people may frown upon Star Wars and look at it and say, there's different, and as divisive as the community may be, best believe Star Wars figures sell out quicker than Marvel and DC at times. And they do. I mean, because like I said, when something happens, people go back, start picking up pieces. So they will sell out. I mean, you have, this particular figure right here who sat for a while, but again, we're coming up on May the 4th. There's nothing that's been released as of lately. People are actually still waiting on Mando, waiting on IG-11. Some people are even still waiting on the child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's pretty much one of the things. It's going to be crazy, man. Can't wait.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think single songwriter is the Tarkin Vader 2-pack a Rogue One set. No, that's actually a New Hope.
It was a New Hope set, but it came out around the time that Rogue One was actually released. That's why I kind of put the two together, because it was just ironic at that particular point. But it was. I mean, it was a no-brainer at that time. Like if you didn't, when that pack came, it just made so much sense to get both instead of getting them separate. So
yeah, Michael Black says he would love to see a Revenge of the Sith Vader with his operating table. Dude, that'd be sick. That what? To be honest, even though for a casual fan, they'll be like, "Oh, all the Vader suits are all the same." No, not really. They're all different. It's just little subtleties that make it different. So yeah, even with the Revenge of the Sith Vader, it is. If you look at the helmet, it's a little bit smaller, probably to cater to, Hayden's face.
Yeah. Now, one thing they did, and they probably thought us fans wouldn't actually see it, but did you notice that in Revenge of the Sith, the suit that they used, the suit that he basically had was sort of like out of order?
Which one? And Revenge?
Because if you look at that suit, it was different from the suit that he actually wore in New Hope. It was more of the suit that he actually wore in Empire. The way it was positioned, because the guard was basically under. So basically, remember how in New Hope, his pads, or the shoulder padding itself, or the shoulder armor, his guard was worn over top, whereas in Revenge of the Sith, it was under the actual armor, same as it was in Empire and in
the tabards.
So, but it makes sense, and I think they kind of cleared that up even with Rogue One for the simple fact that, Vader was always in and out of the suit in the back of the tank because, of course, he's in constant pain. Even though the suit itself, is sort of like a containment unit. It's like a walking back the tank itself because it kind of keeps him alive and it feeds him the oxygen he needs. But, in and out of it. So he could have worn it, adjusted any way he wanted. So, yeah.
Yeah. Facts, man. You're spitting facts, man. Merrick Cortez says, I had the Tarkin single figure and returned it for the 2-pack. Couldn't pass up that Vader, my favorite 1/6 Vader in my collection. I have that Vader as well, so that has to be probably like my second favorite one. Empire Strikes Back is third. I'm waiting for the return of the Jedi.
Vader.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna get that Vader?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think now, since we got the Return of the Jedi quarter scale Vader, do you think that we're gonna get the same one just shrunken down to 1/6 scale form?
Yep.
With the portrait and everything. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm surprised they haven't released it yet because they got the. If anything, they maybe got the files. They just got to shrink it down to like 1/6 scale form.
Yeah, we'll get it. There's no question. I think we'll get it. We'll definitely get it.
Yeah. Wait. I haven't gotten a chance to ask you, which is your favorite Vader outfit?
My favorite Vader outfit. At one point, it was Empire, but when he stepped out of the actual, when he stepped off that platform, especially when he got on the Death Star, when his, and he came out, it was just completely shiny. His presence in that suit and in that, I would say Return of the Jedi was my favorite.
Yeah,
suit because
right.
It was just so shiny and clean, and his presence was just strong. I mean, Vader's just to be a villain. Vader is the smoothest villain you will ever see.
Absolutely.
Like, on camera, he's so smooth because this is presence alone.
Absolutely.
It just demands respect. So, yeah, I would say Return definitely is my favorite. New Hope, it was just, you can see that they were working themselves up. Like, it was just like a prototype of what was to come.
Yeah.
That suit, didn't have the presence, even though back then it had presence. But once we got there to Empire, we started seeing, all right, he's stepping up. Like he's starting to, fill out and his presence is there. And then we got to, Jedi, and it was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Vader has arrived. So, yeah.
Yeah. And, Rob Solo said that, he goes, hopefully we get a battle damage Vader. He goes, I'm sure we'll get a Kenobi Series 1 too. Hopefully battle damage.
Possibly. I don't doubt it, man. I really, really don't doubt it. Like Vader is a grail for Hot Toys. So definitely we'll get one. We will.
It's Vader, first of all. And I agree with you, man. Like, why is this not waitlisted yet?
It's
Vader. This should have been waitlisted a long time ago.
It's Vader.
It's Vader, man.
Well, I think, you know what? And it might be because a lot of people like me I have like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Vaders. It's like, it kind of makes sense that, we don't. It's like, how many more Vaders does a person need? But then again, like, it's Vader. You have to. And there was so many people who actually just picked it up. Like once they saw it was actually going on, like they said it would be, it's going out of stock soon. People just went and just started grabbing it. So why not?
Actually, I'm gonna make a confession. I actually picked one up.
I know.
I was like, oh man, why did I?
I know you did.
What? I'm gonna pick it up because plus, did
you pay it off already? You paid it off. You just got it.
No, I just put it on a payment plan because what it is. I'm waiting for the bombardment. Like I don't want to be like bombarded and then I got this Vader coming in too.
Got you.
So I'm just setting myself up. I'm just pacing myself, So I picked it up. Hey guys, like I'm a big Star Wars fan. And
yes, indeed,
it doesn't help that I have a co-host who thinks the same way I do. And yeah, it doesn't help because, like he says, yo, get the Scout Trooper. I'm going to get 2. And then I'm like, that makes sense. Like, yeah, that makes absolute sense. Why wouldn't I get 2? But we'll dive that in. We'll talk about it a little bit later.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So a couple news before we start talking about hot toys. So this was actually just there's been rumors. I don't know. I thought this is news, but there's been rumors that they're the Knights of the Old Republic game, the original game, is going to be remade and remastered.
Hmm.
Now, Leal, you played the Old Republic game, right? The original one, the KOTOR.
Boy, did I. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
One
and to
and two.
me, dude,
Uh-huh.
that game is the best. I don't care what anyone says, man.
Best I've
That
ever
is
played.
best game I've ever
Ever
played.
played. Yes.
That
It was just full nostalgia, and then to
Mhm,
be able to play as a Jedi and then be able to level up.
mhm,
I mean, come on, man. Like Jedi or a Sith, just depending
mhm,
on which road you chose. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So yeah.
And like yeah, and there's like choices that you made affected
Mhm.
the story, especially
Exactly.
that one choice at the end. And not to
Mhm.
spoil it for anybody that hasn't played the game yet, like seriously, if you guys haven't played the game yet, you're missing out. You could
Yes.
actually download the game on your phone
On
for
your
10
phone and
bucks.
play it. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
but if you guys want to wait and and see if they're gonna I guess not re-release it, but like remake it and
Remake it as
probably
a yeah.
yeah, and give it like better graphics and everything.
Now the
Yeah,
question is,
yeah,
will they release it on every platform though?
dude.
Or will it
Can,
just be released on Xbox like it was back then?
yo, that's a great point, man.
You know what I mean? Because you can only get it on Xbox when it was originally released.
Oh
So
shoot.
will they do that this time? Will it? Because remember, I think BioWare at that time only had licensing with um, Xbox at the time. So
Oh,
I'm wondering, will they actually have it to where you can play it on every platform? I'm hoping it would make sense, especially on the PS4. Why? I mean, the PS5. Why not? You know.
yeah.
So, but I don't
Oh
know.
my, I hope so. Like I mean, hey, I have both. Well, I'm getting that. I'm just waiting for them to restock the Xbox Series X, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna pick it up. But I have the PS5. But I mean, can you imagine?
Mhm.
I'm gonna set it up for you. I'm gonna set it up right for you right now, man. So can you imagine they
Mhm.
remake it and they give it this kind of treatment? This
Mhm.
kind of treatment right here, where you're getting this
Mhm.
kind of graphics.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, this
Mhm.
is the oh my gosh, I don't know if
This.
anyone.
Oh my God! This is
Oh my,
one of the
oh
best.
one, dude, this is one of the best, video
Yeah.
game, like what do you call that? Scenes, man.
Yeah. This is like it was like so cinematic. It was
Dude,
incredible.
like, it was like one of the best fight scenes ever. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, come on, like,
Yeah. Look at that.
oh,
Beautiful.
come on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I mean, so imagine if they like, redid it, remastered it to this kind of like
Yeah.
graphics. Would you play it again?
I possibly would, man.
Yeah,
I
and
possibly would. I possibly would.
yeah. Now I was gonna ask you, like, do you think because now they're remastering it, do you
Mhm.
think Hot Toys will try to get the license for it and do some figures from the game?
I don't know, man, because we haven't look Battlefront,
Hmm.
Battlefront 2. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
You know, we didn't get an Iden figure,
Oh
and I thought we should have.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
right. That's true. That's true.
Star Wars Fallen Order.
Mhm.
We still haven't gotten figures from that. You know what I
Which
mean?
they're seriously they're missing out, in my opinion.
They are missing out.
I mean, like Second Sister. What else?
Yeah.
Who else is there? What's the main character's name? Oh my gosh.
Um.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Guys, help us out. We're tired. It's 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I normally have it out. It's on the tip of my tongue, man. Guys out there who let
Cal
us know. Let us.
Kestis. Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis, yeah. Cal
Mhm.
Kestis, yeah.
Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Purge Troopers. Like, I mean, come
Exactly.
on, man. Like, who
Yeah.
wouldn't want a Purge Trooper in their collection?
Exactly. Exactly.
And I know Sideshow did like the Malgus 6 scale figure, right?
Yeah.
Like, from the Old Republic game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I would love like a Revan figure, you know, and or do you think that Hot Toys
A
is gonna wait?
nihilist. Well,
A nihilist. Do you think that Hot Toys is gonna wait till maybe it becomes canon?
I don't
On this.
know. I honestly, the way they move, bro, I have no idea.
Mhm.
I have no idea what they'll do. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't. I can't. I have no idea. Like I can say I know, but I really have no idea because it's like they surprise us with things that we don't expect, and the things that
Mhm.
we do want, it never happens. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's up in the air. It's up in the air.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's one of the things like I'm hoping for at some point to add to my collection. Like, like some Old Republic figures. I really wish that Old Republic would actually become canon.
Yeah.
And we get to see like Revan, Malgus, and some of those
Yeah.
other characters on the big screen.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, man. All right, so let's keep this train rolling, and let's talk about the unsealed and revealed
Mhm.
that was revealed to us this past Tuesday.
Mhm.
Now, did you get a chance to watch this? I did.
Yeah, I did. I watched it. Actually, I watched it while I was at the gym.
Oh, okay. So
Mhm.
I didn't watch it because for me, like whenever I review a figure, I just want to, and I'm gonna review this. Like, one of those things. Like, I try to come at it with a clean slate, so I don't
Mhm.
watch any reviews.
Mhm.
I like to formulate my own opinion about it and
Yeah.
give an honest review.
Yeah.
But for the people watching, I'm gonna like dissect this figure and this
Yeah.
speeder bike with you. So,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts on the whole unsealed and revealed?
Nah, I mean, I loved it, man. I mean, I was just impressed with the figure itself, the articulation, the simple fact that, my biggest concern was holding or wanting to know whether or not the stand was like sturdy enough, if it held up, especially if you wanted to place IG 11, on the actual speeder itself, the speeder bike. So, but yeah, I was really, really highly impressed with it. I can't wait to get it in hand. Like I said, my biggest thing is the missed opportunity on the child. You know what I mean? As far as, I don't know why they keep making the child without an actual cloth robe. Make it more realistic, because it just looks like it's a toy. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, I really like, and the thing is, it's like close up, you get a chance to really see how weathered the Scout is. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
Scout
it's
Trooper is.
weathered really nice.
Yeah, it's really, really weathered nicely. The base is solid, so I do like that. So it's just like I said, it's going to be interesting to see once I get it in hand, once I get both of them in hand, how well it holds up and stuff like that. So I can't wait.
I think that's your dryer going on.
Yeah, it is, man. It always does that. That means it's always finishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you call this? With this base, I was really, really happy the way it turned out, and also love the fact that it comes with that dynamic flight pole stand.
Yeah.
So you could like really like maneuver it the way you want it to be maneuvered.
Definitely.
And that was the thing that was really missing on the Bloodfin on the Darth Maul.
Yeah.
It came with that clear plastic pole.
Yeah.
And I was really not impressed with that. I had to like adjust it where it was like, like it was kind of like leaning forward and kind of like giving that the look that it's actually like, moving.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that they went with that.
More dynamic. Yeah.
And I'm just looking at this. It seems to be a lot of like moving parts, man.
Yeah, a lot of. And see, that's the thing is like, my question was, how fragile these pieces may be, because if you actually got the speeder bike through Sideshow, that thing was extremely fragile. Like, I mean, you had to basically make sure that when you were, putting it together, and like I said, certain pieces fit in certain spaces. You just had to make sure that, it was on point as far as, you know, you were really, really delicate. You know, you were really, really, you paid attention, you know, as much as you can to those small intricate pieces and moved them around delicately. You know, and I was wondering whether or not this would probably be the same. Now, Hot Toys quality is a tad bit different. You know, so it's going to be, you know, interesting to see how they do it. Like once you get it in hand, and you'd have to be extra careful, you know, once you're putting it together. Like, so because especially getting two of them, it's like, oh, I know it's just going to be a pain. It's really going to be tedious, but at the same time, like it may take a while, but I think the finished product I'll be happy with, definitely.
Well, I was going to ask you, like, do you do anything special when you're unboxing your figures, like, you know, and, you know, putting it together and playing around with it? Do you go and put on like a Star Wars movie or like, you know?
No. So normally what I do is before I get the figure in hand, you know, because like I said, I'm a dynamic poser. I don't like, again, you know, to those who do, that's fine. Me, I just don't like museum poses. If I have the figure, I want to recreate scenes that either I have in my head or what I've seen. So what I'll do is I'll probably go back and watch the Disney Plus episode with you know, both of them there, and just kind of like see if I can recreate certain things, not the obvious, you know, but just certain things from the show, so it, you know, they kind of differentiate from what others or what we may have seen. But yeah, I'll go back and watch the show definitely just to see what I can pick up. And then, you know, once I get them in hand, you know, I'll just kind of recreate or try to create something different. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, before I started my YouTube channel, you know, I whenever I got a figure in, I kind of put the movie on, like just, you know, whether it be the scene that where I fell in love with the character.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put that scene on and I'll unbox it and I'll pose it that way.
Yeah.
But you know, damn, just looking at this, man, it just looks so good. Just so good, man.
Yeah.
The speeder bike is weathered really nice. The Scout Trooper looks, dude, like it seriously, like it looks like it was taken out of the scene from that episode.
Yeah.
And you know, I love the satchel that Grogu comes in. I love the fact that you could put Grogu inside there, so that's a nice little little thing that they added. Also, this right here, man.
Yeah.
This right here. This, I think, sold a lot of collectors in whether it be, you know, they're gonna pick up one or two, man. Like, to be honest, like, this is making me pick up two. And
yeah, I'm telling you, it's a must.
Dude, like I was like, I don't know, man. Like one is fine, and you know we're talking about last week, and dude, like you just convinced me, man. Like
it makes sense to pick up two, because I know eventually I would end up doing it anyway, so it makes sense for you to pick up two.
Yeah. You know, just looking at this, right? Like, are you gonna pose IG-11 on the speeder bike?
I probably won't.
No.
I probably won't. No, because the thing is, I mean, I'll probably recreate and take pictures, but as far as posing it, no. When I get IG-11, I'm going to actually pose him with Mando. You know, I'm just going to try to recreate that dope scene from season 1. So yeah, I'll probably pose him with Mando, definitely.
Yeah, man. Oh, I can't wait, man. And you know, surprisingly, I thought like Hot Toys was going to do like you know, a coordinated like release with the unsealed and revealed. Like I stayed up a little later that night to see if they would drop the final production pics, but they didn't, man. And I was just like, oh man, how long are we gonna wait till we get this thing?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I know. With everything that's basically happening right now, bro, it's like you never know.
Yeah,
you never know basically how this is going to play out. You know what I mean? Like that's the interesting part. How this whole thing is going to play out is just
Single songwriter asks is like, do you think Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike will sell out before it reaches in stock at Sideshow? That's a good question. I don't think so.
I don't know because this is Mando we're talking about. This is
Mhm.
Mandalorian we're talking about. And every figure thus far from Mandalorian has sold completely out.
Yeah.
So, it's a high possibility that it will.
Yeah.
It's a very high possibility that it will. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say it won't. It's a very high possibility
Mhm.
that it will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree. There's a very high possibility it will. I just really think that if anything, it might go in stock for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe for a week or two,
Yeah.
and then maybe go waitlisted.
Because you got to figure like
Mhm.
even when they did the reissue on the Scout Troopers, when Sideshow did their reissue on the Scout Troopers, those
Yeah.
things sold pretty quick,
Hmm.
like really quick. And I don't even think that the speeder bike is actually available through Sideshow anymore. I think
Yeah.
that's sold out. So, to get the complete set, yeah, it's highly possible that it'll probably hit stock, and like you said, probably sell out in about a week or two.
Okay.
Possibly. I'm not, but I think it's possible. It's possible to sell out. It may, it's iffy. But this is like again, this is Mandalorian we are talking about, and not only were they in season 1, but they had that crazy scene in season 2 when remember when Mando when they actually went on a heist
Mhm.
to the actual to the base.
Mhm.
Because they had to get information. That's when Mando was trying to find out where Moff Gideon's ship was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they infiltrated that base. That's when they actually found out that there were clones there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when they went on escape, they got chased by those speeder bikes. You know what I mean? Like that scene,
Ah.
that was incredible. You know what I mean? So yeah. Then that was
Oh.
yeah,
I
remember
can't.
that? So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
And
So
then
that's
when
what
they
I'm
went
saying.
down, oh man.
Yep. So you already know that's the scene I'm looking at.
Oh
That's the
man.
scene that I'm trying to recreate right now.
Dude, see, it's dangerous talking Star Wars Hot Toys. It's just dangerous, man.
Get two. The
Yeah.
rule of two. The rule of two.
Two. Santino Bertucci says, "Are you guys both getting the Mando premium format?" Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're getting that, right?
Heck yeah. I
Absolutely.
pre-ordered. I pre-ordered that and Cardoon.
Yeah, me too.
I did.
Yeah.
That's the only chance I can. I mean, look, despite what the actress did, I'm not in with the politics. It was a great character. I don't whatever she said, but in the Star Wars universe, I like the character.
I love the character. Yeah.
Give me Cardoon the character.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting Hot Toys of her.
We're not getting Hot Toys of her. So get that premium format statue while you can.
Absolutely. All right, so we had Microcon last weekend, and Sideshow had like a mini booth there. So they just they kind of showed some Hot Toys Star Wars figures there, and they made some other announcements. But we're talking Star Wars here. So this is the Dark Trooper that was shown on the Micro Con. Now, here is what I was kind of scared of, right? Because the Dark Trooper, it's one of those things you kind of have to have the eyes light up, to kind of have him stick out a little bit because he's all black, right?
Yeah.
So now, like with the lights turned off like this, it's it looks like it's like turned down, right? It's like powered off. Like, first of all, what's your thoughts on this figure, man?
I like the figure. I didn't like. Okay, so I like the figure. I pre-ordered just one. I didn't get two yet. I'm just waiting, but I did pre-order just one. Because I just wanted to get the one to, I'm getting one just to kind of go up against Mando because that's mainly the only time I might get to. All right, put it this way: I pre-ordered one now. Okay, what it says? What single song? Like, will you do an unboxing for Cardoon Mando when you get them? Yeah, sure enough, will.
Let's go. How about we do a double unboxing, bro?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
we definitely will. But back to the figure. I might. The only way that I will get two of these figures is if May the 4th,
Mando Luke.
They release a Mando Luke. If they actually announce a Mando Luke, then yes, I will go ahead and pre-order two, the other one. But for right now, yeah, I don't know. I'm just. But what I think they had the lights turned off for this one because, like I said, those batteries they don't last long.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So I
That's
think
it.
they turned it off. But I think lit up, it's more enticing. It's it has more presence.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Do you think we have any diecast parts to this?
I most certainly hope so.
I
I
I
hope
just
so.
think you know what I've been noticing the pattern. I think I've seen like all these robotic Star Wars figures. Their legs are most likely die cast,
Hmm.
and just because I have a feeling that Hot Toys is wants to make sure that the figure is stable when you stand it up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what they did with IG-11. Like
yeah,
the rest of
yeah.
the figure is all plastic, but then
Mhm.
when you feel the legs, it's die-cast material,
Yeah,
and I'm just
yeah,
like, it
definitely.
has a nice little weight to it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when you stand it up, it's not like toppling over all over the
yeah,
place. So it's good.
definitely.
So I hope they do the same thing with this figure. Like you, I'm only getting one.
Mhm.
I'm going to wait and see once they release Mando Luke, if I'm gonna get a second one.
Mhm.
Now, again, I just really wish that Hot Toys would really, really improve on the lighter features,
Mhm.
because it's cool and all. Like when it's there's a lighter feature in this, but then when it's powered off like this, it looks like it's turned down. If
Yeah.
anything, they should have just like if they should have just painted like really like bright red to
Mhm.
give off the look and feel that it's turned
Mhm.
on. But
Mhm.
then I don't know, some collectors might have a problem with that.
Yeah. I think that basically just to kind of
Mhm,
and I think, from sideshow standpoint, or what they should have did was,
mhm,
just mainly a few frames with the light on, just to kind
mhm,
of give customers an idea of the figure itself, what it looks like in hand, with what, once it comes to you, how bright it would be, just a comparison, especially under certain lights.
mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's all right. Yeah. Mhm.
Dude,
Yeah, this
dude.
right here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, if you don't have the dual pack of this figure right here, then I don't know what to tell you. If you're smart, you'd have both. You'd have the deluxe pack with both versions, the
Yeah,
Wanderer, the Nomad, and you know, definitely.
dude, dude, it looks sick.
Yeah.
The paint application on this thing is sick. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I love the fact that like we got to see it in like the con,
Yeah.
so it just shows you like how nice that portrait is
Yeah.
for Boba.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
there's the touchscreen reader, which I have a single picture of that later on.
Yeah.
Here's the Heavy Mando deluxe figure, and
Uh-huh.
again, for those people that haven't picked it up, yo, pick it up, man.
Uh-huh.
It is the one of the best Hot Toys I own right now. So yeah, and here is all of them. There's
Hmm.
Moff Gideon on the left.
Yeah.
You know,
Which with that Moff Gideon, I'm hoping they kind of improve that head sculpt just slightly.
yeah.
I'm hoping they do.
Mhm,
Giancarlo Esposito, they need to really capture his essence a
mhm.
bit more with it. I'm just happy we're getting one, most definitely. I'm not getting the premium format for this figure though. I'm
Oh,
not.
you're not okay.
No, because I didn't like it. I didn't
Yeah.
like it. I did not like that premium format statue, but I will get this 1/6 scale. I am getting this hot toy, definitely.
Yeah, so I am still most likely. I haven't pre-ordered the Moff Gideon yet. I'm
I
going to
did
wait.
day one.
Oh no, the premium format.
Oh, the premium format.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like the biggest part about it is I didn't like the way the cape sat on them.
mhm.
I just didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, and I agree. There's it really needs a lot of improvement, and but I don't know. We'll see. Sideshow. I hope they're
Mhm.
listening, or they're listening to the collectors, and I hope
Yeah,
that they heard the backlash that statue
yeah,
got, and we
they
get
got a
a
lot. Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully they go back to the drawing board with that
Mhm.
figure or that statue, and kind of like do it better. But with this figure, this is definitely a day one for me.
Yes, it
Um,
is. Yeah.
I'm just really, really shocked that they didn't have a light up dark saber hilt.
Yeah. What you
Uh,
mean for the dark saber?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was going to be hard. I think it would have been harder for I don't know, because you got to figure like the LED lights, even on the LED that they actually use in the arm whenever you have a saber light up unit, it's not as bright anyway. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
with this, especially being the dark saber, I don't know how they would have actually pulled it off.
mhm,
They would have probably had to modify the technology on this one just to kind of get
yeah,
that white tint, that hue, that like illumination around the blade itself.
yeah.
So yeah, it'd have been an interesting approach to see how well they could have actually, pulled this off. I don't know. Right now, it doesn't come with a light up feature. Doesn't mean that you can't get one customized though, because you probably would be able
Yeah,
to. I'm pretty sure you can find it.
yeah, and if anyone needs any sabers customized, let me know. I could actually point you to the right direction.
Mhm.
I'm friends with Chris de Guzman. I call him the saber doctor, and he does a lot of like custom work and to make sure that the saber is lit up nice and bright.
Now, does it now when he does it, does the wire show?
Yeah, that's the only problem that it
Okay.
does. Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing I've been trying to tell a lot of the collectors recently is to know who your sculptors are.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because you will have an idea of uh how the figure is going to come out. Okay? Like,
Definitely.
if they have a good track record, that
Yep.
means they got a good track record.
Yeah.
Like I
Very
mean,
much so. Yeah.
so that Moff Gideon was sculpted by Hwan to Kim, right? So he did the Beskar Mando, but I mean
Uh-huh.
there was no portrait for that.
Uh-huh.
There's the Moff Gideon portrait, and again you can look up a lot of these sculptors on the Hot Toys uh, webpage.
Yeah.
So he did the Lita, he did the reissue of the Tony Stark. What's that? What's the name of that thing?
Is that that's the
The Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, this thing right here.
Yeah.
So he did Cable, which I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman needs a little work. Needs a little work.
I
I don't
the
think.
sculpted hair. The
Yeah,
sculpted hair is what, but
was
yeah, I liked it though.
was throwing up, and he did this one, the Hulk,
Which was on point. Yeah.
which is on point. So with that being said, we know that he's gonna do a great job with this.
Yeah. And it's not like it doesn't look, it doesn't look bad at all right now.
Mhm.
I'm just hoping. See, the thing is that's why I hate when they show us the prototype, man. Like, it's just because the thing is, I'm thinking like, yo, why can't, you should just go in production off the prototype alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can't name one figure where they've actually done that. I can't.
Yeah, I agree.
The closest that they've come is going to be Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Count Dooku, Alita, I don't know. She looks good here. Yeah, she looks good here. Yeah. But again,
I love that figure. I love it. I got to get to.
Yeah. And I was gonna say is that that's one thing I'm encouraging a lot of the collectors is to know who your sculptor is. In terms of these figures, right?
Yeah.
Because they'll give you an idea how your figure is going to turn out.
Definitely.
So with that being said, the Moff Gideon is going to turn out really well. Again, probably some modifications here and there, but to be honest, I think I give this prototype an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping when the final production piece comes out, then it's a perfect 10,
yeah. That's why I try not to basically rate them at all until we get them in hand. Like once we get the final product and the production photos, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah. Here's Bo-Katan, which I'm definitely getting. Here's the Tusken Raider, which we really, we talked about it a little bit before, but looking at this, I think Will Foxification said that he kind of wished that it was a little bit weathered.
Yeah,
I think you said it too.
I'm gonna weather him. Yeah, I
Yeah,
told you I'm going to act. Once I get him in, I'll weather him myself.
yeah. I have to rewatch that episode. Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, were they clean in that episode?
They were not the whole way through. No,
Not the
no.
whole way through, right? But I kind of wish that it had the classic Tusken Raider
Yep.
look, where it's like kind of weathered, and a lot of a lot of his robe was like torn. I mean, this looks just too clean, man. Like
Yeah.
really, like he just looked like he went to the dry cleaner and
Right.
went to the dry cleaner and put this on. So and here's the rest of it. Oh man, here's the figure. I think might be if this figure gets released this year. I don't know, man. It might be figure of the year, in my opinion.
If it gets, I don't. When is this? It's not. It's not until what?
Yeah. But who knows, man? Who knows, right?
Unless they move it up.
Yeah.
Possibility.
I mean, it would be in Hot Toys' best interest to release it around the same time as the Book of Boba, because this will sell like hotcakes, man. This will sell like hotcakes. But that portrait, man, that is, bro. That's a perfect 10 in my opinion. Here's the Moff Gideon. What else we got here? There's the Scout Trooper.
Yeah.
But let's take a closer look at this Boba Fett, man. Yeah. Dude, the paint application on this thing is sick.
Yeah. This is like I said, I was, screaming towards this one before they actually released the clean, the repainted version. I want this version. I wish they would have kind of stuck with this for a while, and not the repaint, but it's Boba. So, I know they wanted to make sure that, but this would have made so much sense if they would have just, him just going on a tirade with this for a minute, but we got it. So it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Here's Moff Gideon, and I mean, yeah, even though it's not a light up dark saber, it still looks good. Still looks good. Still looks good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. Here is the Death Watch Mandalorian, which dude, I want this.
And I'm telling you, this is going to be a grail piece, especially considering the simple fact that we have Bo-Katan coming up. And you're gonna, she would look really, really good next to these figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got two because I wanted to actually pose one with the blaster and one with his pistol. So I wanted to give it, somewhat of a different dynamic between the both of them. But yeah, this is going to be crazy. And that's what I'm saying. That figure is going to go just like the Shore Trooper did.
Yeah, I agree. And I think let me pull up the price for that figure. I think it's actually going for $235, right? From what I forgot. Death Watch. Hold on, let's see. I think it's $235, and that is a pretty good price.
Yeah.
For that figure. Yep. Yeah, $235, man. I mean, especially in nowadays where a lot of these Hot Toys figures are going for a pretty penny now.
Yeah,
dude, this might be one of the few times where we get a Hot Toys figure for this price. And I agree, man. This is definitely Shore Trooper pricing.
Yes, it is.
And this will go quick.
It's gonna go extra quick. Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So again, not much announcements, man.
Nah.
It's been seriously quiet with the Hot Toys realm. But let's talk about the talk of the week. Obviously we talked about it in the last live stream. By the way, Farius ordered 3 Death Watch Mandos.
Nice.
Oh, damn, man. Nice, man.
Nice. That's crazy. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Single Songwriter says Death Watch Mandalorian has a much bigger role in Din Djarin as a youngling. We will see much more of it in the next season. Now, Single Songwriter, are you trying to hint at something here? Possibly that you might be knowing some things about the show. I don't know. I see Single Songwriter. I try and put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? But he goes,
he might be on to something, man. He definitely might be on something. He goes, Raiders outside during a rainy storm and splash mud on the dry instant weather from dirt and rain, puddle water. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the truth.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Uh,
Yeah,
Moff Gideon posts. This is what Single Songwriter is saying. He says Moff Gideon post scene 4 Death Troopers and 4 Stormtroopers will look sick on a shelf.
yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Definitely would.
Mm,
Definitely would, man. Like
mm,
it would. Even though, like I said, when I get him, definitely want to have him fighting Din Djarin. You
yeah.
know what I mean? I definitely want to have him fighting Din, or I might even
Mm.
have him fighting Bo-Katan.
Oh, I
So I
like
mean, even
that.
though we didn't, like I said, I like creating scenes that we haven't seen, just like your own perspective. But yeah. But anyway, back we got Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yes, we got Ahsoka.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on this figure, man?
Day one.
Absolutely.
Day one. This is definitely a day one for me. That with no hesitation. And I say that because uh I mean it was unexpected, but it was a great I mean, this is where they're going with it, and it was a pleasant delight to see. It was a step away from like all the Marvel figures that we've been getting, all the influx on that.
Mhm.
DC figures, it's felt good to actually see that they're showing Star Wars some more love. A lot. I know there was some, divisive, just a lot of comments in regards to the head sculpt, but again, trust the process. This is actually a prototype. Hopefully, by the time that we actually get to the figure, like they will have, some slight improvements. But again,
Mhm.
like I said, I see Rosaria in this.
Mhm.
I'm just happy that we actually got Ahsoka. I don't get, hang too hung up on it, but yeah, it was his day one. As soon as I saw him announce it, I was like, yep, yep, yep. Day one, day one, day one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about day one, first batch. I'm getting it. Day one, first batch. I will actually have it. I ordered it, elsewhere. Um,
Mhm.
it was a no brainer. Day one, first batch, because I already paid off the Clone Wars Ahsoka. Day one, first batch.
Mhm.
So yeah, I had to do this. It was a must have. Definitely a must have.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm with you on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a day one to actually finally get
Yes, 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 yes.
Ahsoka, live action Ahsoka
Mhm, mhm,
as a Hot Toys figure was
mhm.
definitely a must have.
Yeah,
Um, Now the portrait, I know it's one of those where
yeah,
some,
yeah,
and to be honest, I didn't see anybody hating on the portrait, and that's a good thing, Um, and for me, it's Ahsoka, and I think I mentioned it in
yeah,
before. It's like I love this, this is my girl, this is my girl,
yeah, yeah.
and Rosario Dawson, perfect casting
Yes,
for Ahsoka, perfect.
yes.
Just a
She's a
facial,
fanboy. She's a nerd too, and she
yeah.
actually wanted it. You know what? And the thing is, it's like people. We have to, for those who we finally got Ahsoka live action. We have to, give a shout out to Boss Logic for being the one who actually campaigned this. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He's the one who basically put together like that mashup between her and Ahsoka, and this is what we got. So shout out to Boss Logic on that. But yeah, happy she was cast. Happy we got her live action, and I'm so happy that we got this figure. This was day. I'm single songwriter. I'm with you. Day one, 100%. Exactly, exactly. I'm with you on that one. I'm
Yeah.
with you on that one. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Day one, 100%.
Mhm.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
day one.
So, for me, this portrait is good. It's great.
Mhm,
You know, I see Rosario Dawson as well.
mhm.
I just think that like right here, like this one right here, that's
Yeah,
Rosario
that's
Dawson.
Rosaria. You can see,
Yeah, you
you
could
can
see her.
definitely see her in that. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I want it perfect, and I'm sorry,
Hmm.
like that's just
No,
me
no, no. That's cool.
as a Star Wars fan, and I just
Yeah.
want it absolutely perfect, like just
Hmm.
like Boba,
Hmm.
like you look at it from all angles, all lighting, it don't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
You're like that's a perfect portrait.
Yeah.
Um, and I think again, we could get it. We will get it. We will get
Hmm.
it.
Definitely.
One thing Hot Toys has a really good track record is
Yeah.
female portraits.
Yes. Yes.
Female portraits. Name me a
Hmm.
female portrait that didn't turn out as good. You know, It's usually it's usually the male figures
Yeah.
that's usually a hit or miss.
Yeah.
The old male portraits, I don't think they've made a lot of old female portraits, but a lot of male portraits they nail. Krennic,
Mhm.
Tarkin, like
Yeah.
uh
Like the old, like if it's
Dooku.
older yeah.
hmm uh
Obi-Wan. Yeah. We got
Obi-Wan.
the Alec Guinness version. That's
Oh
nice.
yeah, that's perfect. That's
Uh-huh.
perfect. So with the female portraits, I mean, you got Nebula, you got Ripley that turned out perfect. That's such an
Mm-hmm.
underrated figure.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many, like
Wasp.
Wasp, yeah, Wasp,
Yes.
Gamora, you
More
know,
Hella.
Hella.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so they have a really, really good track record.
Yeah.
Bespin Leia, a lot of people slept in that figure,
Yeah.
because they were like, it's just uh, you know, not a really good, doesn't have a lot of presence. Um,
I got it.
yeah,
And
I
now
got
that I know
it.
that Lando's on his way, yeah.
It looks good, man. But
Yeah.
again, so with that being said, I have no doubts that this portrait will turn out great. I
Definitely.
love the outfit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It looks like the tailoring is on point. I love the
Yeah.
belt on her.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I you know what? It's in the episode. I'm sorry, you didn't really notice like her armor, like her armored boots, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't notice her shoes. Her shoes are like, if you look at it, they're like ninja or
Yeah.
samurai shoes, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the Asian style shoes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
I think Dave Filoni was trying to capture that Akira Kurosawa feel
Yeah.
with that episode. Which, by the way, dude, I remember watching that episode. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness, that's Ahsoka.
Especially when we had heard the rumors that she was coming, and then, like I
hmm
said, Rosario Dawson herself she was kind of throwing hints, and I was like,
Exactly.
yeah. And then right out the gate, opening scene, we got none other than Ahsoka. I was like,
Oh,
yes,
dude, like
yes,
I love the
crazy.
fact when she snuck up on the guy and like she like did one of those.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Now now this is a DX, which is really really
Mm-hmm.
surprising, and
Mm-hmm.
it really surprised me because it's $315.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for $315, you
Mm-hmm.
could get a Mandalorian Deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I was kind of like taken back by the pricing for this, because I was like, yo, like you get a lot more
Mm-hmm.
with the Mando Deluxe, but then you don't get a light up lamp or a lamp that lights up. Like, what's up
Mm-hmm.
with that? What's your thoughts? I mean,
Unless they decide down the road that they want to change it, because you got to figure we're not getting a light up lamp, nor are we actually getting or light up lightsabers.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're not getting either or. So
Mhm.
but I mean, I understand, especially with the simple fact that it's a Phison body. So, or
Yeah.
they're using the seamless arms at least. I don't know
Yeah.
how the legs are, but at least the arms are.
I really hope
I
that
love the arms. I
I
love.
love the arms. I love the
Mhm.
arms, and I
Yeah.
know some people were saying it's like, well, I'm gonna just pose her with the robe on. I really want it to be have joints. Like,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Like, I want the feisty arms. Like, seriously, I want the seamless arms.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect because I'm gonna pose. This is how I'm gonna pose her. I'm going to pose her like this. Bam, right there,
Yeah.
standing like that. That
Yeah.
looks epic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It looks crazy.
Let me ask you, Lael, because you're the master poser here. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen your poses, man. They really tell a story.
Yeah.
How are you gonna pose this figure?
I had sort of an idea.
Mhm.
Because like I said, I mean, chances are we'll probably get this figure before we get the Ahsoka series. I
Mhm.
think possibly.
Mhm.
I have some ideas, but that's because I actually got 2 Clone Wars Ahsokas.
Mhm.
I got 2 of them. This one, so far, I only got 1, but I might end up getting 2 Ahsokas. And the reason why is because I might have a young and old type of pose where we basically have them back to back, or just where you can actually see like the years on from what we got from Clone Wars and stuff like that. Or because it really, like I said, I mean, we haven't. Of course, we're not going to get the adversary. We're not going to get the we're not going to get the magistrate that she was fighting at that time. So I don't know. It's just going to probably, or I might even actually pose her next to Bo-Katan. You never know.
I like that.
You never know.
Now, like with the Lekku, right? So do you think that the Lekku is not posable and that we're going to be stuck with, because I'm looking at a lot of these poses, man, like she's not turning her neck.
Well, apparently they did say that from what I heard, it's going to be articulated. It might be. I'm not sure. If it's not, and which if it's not, that's probably why we got the purge system.
Yeah.
If it's not, that's probably why they added the purge. And it's because it doesn't, who knows?
Yeah. I was gonna say, for me, it doesn't bother me. You can't pose the Lekku. For me, if I had to sacrifice articulation or movie accuracy, I'm sacrificing articulation. Like I want a more movie accurate figure. And the Vice and Body, I know some people were like, oh, well, it might deteriorate over time. Well, just don't go crazy with the poses, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like that because, it would really bother me, and it would, I don't know, it would kind of ruin the figure.
What I would have wanted, bro. Oh my God, I just thought about this.
Uh-oh.
You know what I wanted, bro? I would have wanted I would have wanted a Attack of the Clones Shock T figure, bro.
Well, now that we could see that Hot Toys can make a Lekku, we might get it.
I would have loved to get that, bro. I would have loved to get that. If we would have had that, if we get that figure, that would be an amazing figure to pose next to Ahsoka. Even though we know Shock T's dead, but still, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved that. But yeah, I mean, it's this, with this figure, of course, and like we mentioned before, once they release her series itself, we will end up getting another Ahsoka. I know we will.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you, like, do you think the pricing is fair, or do you think they're taking advantage of the name of Ahsoka?
Now there is a regular version without the there's two versions, right? So I think if they gave us, at least they gave us options. If they didn't give us an option to get the one without, just like the single version, I probably would have questioned. But then again, like I said, this is Hot Toys, and I do see that some of their prices are, I mean, it's just the name of the game. It's starting to change, man. It is.
Yeah, because a Mandalorian's hot right now, and not a lot of people did watch the Clone Wars, and that's what I'm gonna pull up right now is the Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano.
Beautiful.
And beautiful figure. It's $250. Now let's look at the accessories. A pretty decent amount of accessories, right? Now, do you like the direction now seeing the Ahsoka Tano from the Mandalorian? Do you like the direction of this figure with the portrait? You know what I'm saying? Like, or do you think that they should have got, I think Optical pointed out, like, it's kind of weird that we get like almost like somewhat of a representation of the character with this portrait from the show, but then you look at the other characters, they don't have like that animated look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I think again they wanted to make it as almost realistic as possible. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty much why they went this route. And again, to me, it just looks like they're trying to make it somewhat close to Rosaria's rendition, because I think they knew at this particular point, even before they released, or when they released this figure, they knew that we were going to get Ahsoka in the Mandalorian series. So they wanted to actually have a character where it was this in between, where they can, kind of give you the resemblance of Rosaria and just kind of its own figure from Clone Wars. But this is a beautiful figure, man. It is.
I can't wait for this figure.
It's a beautiful figure. I can't wait to get her, because I'm getting two, one to pose next to Cody and Anakin, and the other one to have her fighting Maul.
Yeah. So, which, by the way, I was really surprised with the Ahsoka Mandalorian release, because, this hasn't been released yet, right? So with that being said, there are a lot of collectors out there going, well, I gotta cancel this one for the Mandalorian Ahsoka.
No, you don't do that. Don't do that.
I've seen some people. I mean, I don't think they should. I think that's a really, really big mistake. If anything, cancel another Stormtrooper that you might be getting in your collection. Cancel that Flame Trooper, but don't cancel this Ahsoka.
Don't cancel this Ahsoka. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You will regret it. Don't do that. Don't cancel it. You know what I mean? Get them both.
Yeah.
Get them both.
I'm gonna play
if I'm willing to bet, if Single Songwriter's on here right now, I'm willing to bet he has both pre-ordered.
Absolutely.
Right,
I'm sure he does.
I can almost bet you, Single Songwriter, if you have both of these pre-ordered right now, let us know. I already know you will.
Yeah.
I already know you will.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, so now I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and I'm gonna play that collector. But I really want one Ahsoka in my collection. Which one do I go for?
Go with the one that you basically think it most suits your collection. You know what I mean? Go with the one that in which we're going to get into eventually, like coming up in the topic. But go with what you think is going to best suit you. If you could only have one, go with what you think is going to best suit your collection. If you have if you have a lot of Attack of the Clones figures, yeah, there you go. I'm right there with you, Single Songwriter. Exactly, 100%. That's facts. Once it's gone, it's gone for good. But you get what you think is going to be suitable to your collection. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whatever is going to be suitable for your collection, you pick. I knew Andrew. Yeah, I knew Andrew was going to have it. But yeah, whatever's suitable for your collection. If you have a lot of Clone Wars figures, if you're more, susceptible to that than you are a Mandalorian or a Mando, then pick this one up. You know what I mean? If you have more Mandalorian figures and you don't really if you haven't delved into, the Attack of the Clones or Clone Wars series, then get that one. If you have both, if you are, and now if you're one of those who has both and you're still indecisive, I would actually say just get the Mandalorian Ahsoka if you're indecisive. But for me, again, I'm just that person that I just love Star Wars in general, so I'm going to get both.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I love Ahsoka. I love Star Wars. I'm getting both.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a second Ahsoka, CW Ahsoka, but man, look at that portrait, man. That really looks good. That looks good. And I agree, man. That you see a little bit of Rosario Dawson in this portrait.
Yeah,
a younger version.
Yep.
Yeah, and look at this pose, man. Like, oh, come on. I
was hoping that we would have got like that platform from the show. If that would have been
that
would have been crazy. Yeah.
Actually, what? Oh, goodness, I'm scared. I forgot what kind of base we're getting. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Hot Toys. You could do better. But yeah,
better.
Dude, this is one of my most anticipated figures. I wish that Hot Toys would release this year. Yeah. I think they are, right? I think it's supposed to be slated to come out.
It's slated to come out, I think, December.
Oh, December. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so October, it is this
December.
Year.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Hot Toys. Give it to us.
October. That's why Christmas is my favorite time of the year, because we always get bombarded by Star Wars figures around that time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot that they did make a Lecu for this Ahsoka, obviously. So yeah, Shakti. I don't see a Shakti being out of the question at this point, right?
No,
Uh,
I don't.
so yeah, this is a must have for me, and for the collectors out there, like what Lael said, you got to go with the Ahsoka that holds dear to your heart. Do you like the
Yeah,
Ahsoka from the Mandalorian?
yeah,
Do you have a bigger connection with that Ahsoka,
yeah.
or do you have a bigger connection with the Clone Wars Ahsoka?
Hmm.
You kind of have to decide
Hmm.
that for yourself. I'm sorry, you don't listen to hype. Don't listen to hype. Don't listen to
Hmm.
hype. And I
Exactly.
think that's what a lot of collectors fall into, the
Hmm.
trap of the hype trap. What is what I
Yeah.
call it.
Hmm.
Like I know we talk about we're here, we're hyping some of these figures up, but at the end of the day, we tell you buy the ones that work best for you
Work
and your
best for
color
you.
and your
Exactly.
collection. Just because Vader was on wait list and you're jumping on the wait list now because everyone's doing it, don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
do that. If you really don't want that in your collection, don't pick it up. Just don't get it because someone like 20 other collectors are getting it. And
Yeah.
same with Ahsoka. Just
Yeah.
because someone goes, "Oh my gosh, the Mandalorian Ahsoka looks so good," but
Yeah.
but in deep down in your heart, you like the Clone Wars version,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So go with
Yeah.
the Clone Wars version,
Exactly.
so that you're
Exactly.
not like at the end of the day, like you're like, I shouldn't have picked this figure up now, and now I can't buy that. I don't know, that Rex that I really wanted.
Hmm.
You just gotta have to, like, obviously just talk to you know think about it, and that's
Exactly.
basically what we're trying to say to you.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
that is a really good segue to one of our only main topic for the night is completing a collection versus picking up what is good for your collection, like what
Hmm.
suits your collection.
Yeah.
So Leal, you brought up this great topic. What's your
Mhm.
thoughts on it, man?
So yeah, a completionist versus a casual
Yeah,
collector. So
yeah.
completionist, of course, for us, for me, I'm labeled a completionist because, like I said, if I get one, I want to complete the entire series.
Mhm.
I can't just have one figure and not have one to kind of complement that figure. I have to have all companion pieces, as long as it's within the wheelhouse and it makes perfectly good sense. Like I said, for me, I like to recreate scenes. I have it already visioned in my head and envision of what I want to do. So yes, you have to be that person. Once you get it, just if you have a collection and you want to be able to identify with the film itself, for me, I get everything.
Mhm.
I have to be the person to get everything that's within that particular series. And of course it's Star Wars, so it's a no-brainer.
Mhm.
I always want to actually have it. Now, am I telling everyone else to do this, to do the same thing? No, I'm not telling you to. Because you have to be reasonable, you have to also be smart, use common sense. You can't afford everything, you know what I mean? You
Mhm.
can't. um I just make it a I make it a must that plan ahead. I have everything, my ducks in a row, everything. So I will actually have it. Like I said, at first, for all of us, you have to just keep in mind, um, you know, this is a hobby. It's a hobby for a lot of us. It's a lifestyle. A lot of us aren't doing this to kind of market our figures, or we're not doing this to sell figures or say what this is how, or just some of us are, but some of us actually these figures we hold near and dear. With that said, like I said, I am, and I label myself a completionist. Those who are just like casual fans, or those who will pick up pieces here and there, they're not really worried about, having companion pieces.
Mhm.
They'll basically just pick up the ones that they closely identify, which is good. Like that's fine. I don't knock anybody for that, because that's good too.
Mhm.
I should have tried it, but I didn't. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's it. I mean, for me, is if you for us who are strongly versed in making sure that we want to tell a story and we want to collect all the figures, then the ones that actually fall within that, well, like especially for Star Wars itself, collect it. I just get them all. You know what I mean? Just get them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, some that there might be some that you're not really that interested in. Because I'm gonna tell you, there's a few even bounty hunters that I passed up. I mean, that I passed up on, and I wish I regretted that I did. But it's good that we're getting the Mandalorian series. I mean, the Book of Boba in, because we're going to see some of them back, which means that we're going to get a lot of reissues. But that should tell you right there, when I'm thinking that and that far ahead, I am thinking about completing a trilogy and not just collecting just one figure. I have to have everything within that entire series at Wheelhouse. So
Yeah. I'm with you. I see eye to eye with you, Leo, and that's why I love doing these podcasts with you. I mean, we do have our differences, and that's fine. But for me, like with the completionist versus the casual collector. So for me, with other franchises like Marvel, I'm a casual collector. I'll pick it up if I see a figure that's good.
That you like,
I'll pick it up. Will I keep it? I don't know. You never know. I might not. If I sell it, it's fine with me. And I enjoyed that figure for what it is, and I sold it. Now with Star Wars, man, I came across this dilemma where I was like, yo, someone was like, oh, I want to buy this Jeddah Patrol Stormtrooper. Anyone out there that got one? I'm here, really willing to pay $380 for this figure, right? Brand new if you have it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That came across my mind. I was like, yo, I got one. Should I sell it? But I was like, dude, that completionist in me just held me down. And that's the one thing with Star Wars. I'm a completionist. I am gonna try and do my best to get a lot of these figures. Do I encourage it? Absolutely not. If you could do it, do it.
Yeah.
But again, like Hot Toys sees where the money is, and it's in Star Wars right now. Star Wars is hot right now. They didn't see it 3 years ago around when The Last Jedi got released. You saw a lot of like original trilogy figures going for dirt cheap, like $200. I think Will Foxification said that he picked up a New Hope Obi-Wan Kenobi for $200.
Wow.
I mean, I remember I passed up. Well, I didn't pass up. I was just kind of like trying to save money to pick up the Obi-Wan Kenobi on Sideshow's website. It was still there. I think they were giving out some coupons and stuff like that. I didn't pick it up, and which is like one of my biggest regrets to this day.
PJ, I told you.
And that's and that's one thing is that I'm promised myself that I will never ever have that same feeling again. Is that regret factor. I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling.
You should have, like, if you had the opportunity to pick it up at that time, it's and the thing is I've done it. I did it with the Shore Troopers. You know what I mean? Basically, I didn't pick it up first go. I didn't, which is why now I have both the Grunt and the Shore Trooper Commander on pre-order. You know what I mean? Because I knew I should have got them, so I have them now. But and that's one thing with me is that like now I became because of those situations, those regrets. I became a completionist because I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go having that empty void in my heart, knowing the fact that I passed on K2SO. Like I saw that K2SO in my comic book shop for $250. Yeah.
And I go, well, I'm not going to pick it up. Like I don't. And then everyone's raving about that figure. Oh, it's the best. Like
it is
Star Wars Hot Toys figure I have, blah, blah, blah. And here I am like, damn, I should have picked it up. So yeah, like with Star Wars, absolutely. I'm going to try to do my best to complete the line. I used to collect a lot of Marvel figures, but I had to give it up because, unfortunately for me and my wallet, actually, more like for my wallet, should I say?
Yeah.
I do collect a lot of Star Wars statues.
Yeah.
So I had to give up something,
Something you had to give up something for, something for something else.
Yeah. So right now I'm just strictly 95% to 96% Star Wars, and I might get like a a Marvel figure or a Marvel statue here and there. But in
you're
the
not
most,
committed to it.
yeah, I'm not committed to it. I want to enjoy it, and then if I don't want to keep it in my collection, I'll sell it off. And then at the same time, like I'm not regretting it. If I do that to my Star Wars figures, right? If I do that to my Star Wars figures, I will regret it later on.
Yeah.
I may not regret it then, but
yeah.
And
that's why, like I said, I haven't sold off. The only figure that I've sold off ever right now is Maul, is the Sideshow Maul, and that's because I have both the Solo Maul, I have the Maul from Phantom Menace, and I have the Maul from Clone Wars coming. So that'll be here. That once it's released, we'll have that. So I was like, I need that many malls. No. So
plus at the same time, like that figure was great. But the only problem I had with that figure was the loose joints after a while. But at the same time is that like you're getting better malls in my opinion.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So but yeah, like for the people out there listening and watching, you can't collect everything. If you can, again, good for you. Really, seriously, like awesome. Like pick up all the Star Wars figures as much as you can.
Yeah, exactly.
But now we're getting to that zone where you're starting to pick and choose which line to pick up because they're going hard with the Mandalorian.
They are.
Dude, we're only on season 2. We're not even on season 3. God forbid, what happens when season 3 drops, man?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to be interesting because we're not going to get season 3. We're going straight in the book of Boba. And I'm wondering, that's why I'm wondering, are we going to get a Fennec? I'm hoping that I really hope that we get a Fennec. Especially like now that since we're going to see her in the Bad Batch. So I'm hoping that, we actually get that Fennec figure. I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to the Bad Batch, though, I don't know if they're going to release those figures. If
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I don't think we will. But
yeah.
But,
and it's just one of those things. Like guys, like please don't fall into the hype. Seriously, just try to. That's one thing a lot of collectors just don't like. They take it for granted. Is you get these figures, but you gotta know how to display them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to have 50 boxes and then all your figures are inside that box and then you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have them displayed, then you're not really truly enjoying them. Like Leal, like I'm sure you guys have seen his collection. Dude, it's displayed well. And that's one thing you have to take into consideration, which will help you pick and choose the line that you want. And it's like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna collect the Mandalorian line because I have this idea of the display with all the Mandos here with Bo-Katan, Death Watch Mando, Mandalorian, or I want Ahsoka. That really helps deciding your purchases, in my opinion. Hey, listen, I'm no expert here, guys. I'm just trying to give you advice of what I went through as a collector, because I went through that phase where I collected everything, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, and then when I got it, dude, like I'm like mixing in Marvel with Star Wars and DC with Marvel, and it just didn't look right. Then I'm like, well, you know what? Let me hone down my collection and focus on something Star Wars.
Exactly.
And you start like, okay, well, I want in this shelf, I want the prequel figures, and I want this, and on this shelf, I want this.
You want everything else. Yep. That's
the way
it was for me. Like I started, and that's because I'm selective when it comes to Marvel. There's certain figures I'll get, certain figures that I won't get because I don't really need it. I know what I'm going for.
Can I ask you a question? So you're not a completionist with Marvel?
I put it this way: I'm a completionist when it comes to Endgame and Infinity War.
Okay, I mean, but you're not a completionist
and
where
Black Panther, but I'm not a completionist with everything else.
Yeah.
If it's certain figures will come, and I really, if I don't want them, I won't get them. I don't even have a complete Guardians set. I have Gamora, I have Nebula, I have Star-Lord, and I have Rocket and Baby Groot. But that's it. I don't have Yondu, and I don't have Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah, so I was gonna say is that like there are Star Wars collectors like that,
Yeah,
like where like in like reversing the roles, like I'm saying like where they're
mm-hmm.
picking and choosing. Well, I have this, but I don't have K2SO, this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But with Star Wars, you're getting everything. Like you're like
Exactly.
leaving no stone unturned.
Understand? Yeah, exactly. You're all in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, for me, it's just like, those are advice that we could give you guys. Like, again, it's just one thing to collect these figures, to display them is another. And, when you will have a well thought out display that would really help you deciding, whether you want to collect everything or you want to just,
Stick
pick.
to like exactly. You have to know. At the end of the day, you have to know. Like you have to know what's going to basically work for you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to tell you to collect just because. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you to get every. And then the thing is, it's like I think with this, you have to be smart. Us as Star Wars fans, of course, we overindulge. But within reasons, we're passionate about it. Like I am passionate about Star Wars. It even goes outside of just 1/6 scale collective figures. My statues, I'm very selective. I'll even, if I see a T-shirt, if I see a sweatshirt, if it's something Star Wars that interests me, I'll get it. I collect this. I am a Star Wars fan. You know what I mean? So of course, for me, I am going to be a completionist when it comes to Star Wars. So anything that actually comes out, I'm pre-ordering it right away. You know what I mean? But that's just who I am. I'm not telling everybody else to be that way. You know what I mean? I don't want you to, the thing is, collect, like we say, collect what you love. But when you collect what you love, you also have to be smart. Be smart about it. You know what I mean? Definitely be smart about it. Don't break yourself. You know what I mean? And be smart when you're paying these figures off. Like, a lot of this that you don't want to do is wait and say, oh, well, I'll just wait till they're released to purchase it. No, because we see with Mando, it went straight to waitlist. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, what Heavy Mando.
Heavy Mando, yeah.
So, yeah, like, just be smart about it. But if and like I said, it's nothing wrong with being a casual fan or a casual collector. It's nothing wrong with being a completionist. This depends on how you look at it. But I'm not going to tell you to do something I'm not going to force and say, yo, you better do this because if you don't do this, it's going to sell out. You're not going to be able to get your hands on it. Chances are to be released, or you might get it through another market, whatever. Just be smart. If you can't do it now, you just can't do it now, or it wasn't meant to be. So don't worry.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we're trying to help our fellow collectors. We don't want to see another fellow, not another, just we don't want to see any fellow collectors of ours be like, I can't keep up with these hot toys. I can't keep keep up with hot toys in general. They're releasing too much. And we want to share this hobby with you guys. We want to enjoy it with you guys. That's why we're doing this podcast. We're talking about these things, these topics, because, again, we're collectors ourselves. We're not like some, famous YouTuber telling you to buy all these things and only buy all these hot figures and whatever. No, we're simple collectors just like you guys.
Exactly.
We love Star Wars as much as you guys.
Exactly.
So, and that's what it is. Yo, great topic, man. Great topic, Leal. Yo, that's one thing with Leal, man. I'll hit him up. Yo, he drops bombs, man. He drops.
I do this for you, all of you out there, all of you guys that are collectors. I do this for you because we are all one.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Shout out to the chat. Seriously, you guys have been awesome. You guys have been super active and giving us some really good comments here.
Yes.
Appreciate the love and support. Definitely support us with by subscribing to the channel and also checking us out on Google Play, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. I'm gonna try and see if I can get this episode up on those podcast platforms. Also, please join the Scum and Villainy Outpost Facebook group. we got some really good admins and moderators that keep that group active. And shout out to Santino over there, man. He's on fire with some of those topics that he posts and pictures and everything. And yeah, shout out to him. He's a really cool dude. And oh yeah, the merch is coming. Merch is absolutely coming. And shout out to KG Collector.
KG Collectibles, a collector, man. Just hold your horses. It's coming, bro.
Yeah, it's coming.
You're gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock it. We all gonna rock it, man. It's coming.
We're gonna try and see if we can get it out before May the 4th, so people can rock it on May the 4th.
May the 4th. Everybody can rock it on May the 4th.
And speaking of May the 4th,
drum roll,
dude. First of all, we're going live all day long. Leal and we're gonna come up with a little menu of live
all
stream
day long. Get your coffee, have your breakfast. Make sure you actually have your pre-workout, have your protein, because it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. Now we're gonna take breaks. We're gonna be intermission. We're not talking straight through 4-hour Justice League long. We're talking about a break in between.
Yeah, we're gonna do like an hour, hour 2, and then we'll have a nice little break, and then we'll come back. But we're not just gonna do just random live. We're gonna have a nice little menu, right?
Yes, we are.
Who knows? Our first show might be talking about the Bad Batch.
Yes,
we're gonna dissect that. We're gonna have a spoiler talk about that. The next one will be like, yo, what's up with the deals? That's the name. That's a good name, right?
Exactly.
What's up with the Star Wars deals?
Exactly.
So we're gonna like talk about like some of the deals that Leal and I have been taking advantage of. Heroes and Villains got 20% off, and we're gonna try and help our fellow collectors try to save money and try to pick up some really awesome cool Star Wars merch and collectibles. Andrew snap. By the way, guys, like seriously, the feedback that we got about doing an all-day live stream, dude, you guys have been awesome about it, man.
Awesome, super awesome.
And seriously, seriously, guys, like we weren't thinking about doing it until we
threw it out there. And then the response that we got from everybody was spectacular, man. So we're definitely happy to have y'all with us, because like I said, it's May the 4th is our Christmas day. Plain and simple.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't know. I'm thinking about doing something awesome. Maybe doing like a nice giveaway that day, man.
You are?
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, man. I'm looking. You know why? Because I love you guys. You guys have given us nothing but love.
Giveaway time, man.
But you know what, man? Lena, we're gonna brainstorm this. We're gonna make this a memorable May the 4th.
We're gonna make it an event.
I know other people are doing their live streams as well. We're not going to take offense if you do decide to watch those live streams. Maybe Sideshow might be doing some really cool things there. But when you tune into us, dude, you're gonna have a lot of
some fun, man. Unscripted fun. Unscripted. We're just, you know what I mean. We're just gonna bring it to you. Let's go.
Let's
go.
He is in my. This is his. This SithCast.
Oh man, KG.
I'm telling you.
We do this together, man. Most definitely. I'll be with y'all the whole 4 hours. Love you guys. Oh man, that's my man Max, man. Shout out to Max. Yeah, man. Like I said, we do this for y'all, man. This is something we love. And we welcome you guys here, man. Like most definitely. He said a couple classes that day, but I'll try. We'll still be around, Michael. So don't worry about it. Live stream that day all day long. May the 4th. You know what I mean? We might even actually have a live stream watching like Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, New Hope. We might have whichever one on. We might, mix it up, just have a couple things on. We're going to make it like a festive thing, man. I'm going to probably do up in here and we're going to make it festive. May the 4th is going to be festive for all Star Wars fans. We want to bring this to you guys. We want to celebrate together. It's going to be the best moment. the Force is going to be strong with all of us. So
yeah,
we're gonna
man.
have some topics. We'll have like a couple of topics that we'll actually put up, and we'll have like we'll even have Star Wars test your knowledge, because you know, just like you'll be testing us, we'll be testing you guys. Let's just all do it. Let's go. Yeah.
Actually, that'll be nice. Like if the chat can throw us like hard questions and see if we know the answer to them. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you're educating us. You know,
exactly.
Like you're gonna tell us like things we never knew.
You definitely are.
By the way, we're gonna have some of our favorite compadres. Will and Optical. They're gonna be dropping in the streams to say what's up and hang out with us. Those guys are one of our good friends. We're gonna have some guests too as well, so we're gonna plan this out. Layla and I, we're brainstorming. We're gonna have a nice little menu.
Yes.
Join the Facebook join the Facebook group, because we're gonna post the menu there, and you guys can tune in whenever you guys can. Put us in the background when you're on class or something. Listen to us in your headphones. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for making this an awesome and successful live stream. It was a lot of fun, and we'll catch you guys next time. If they drop something, we might be back again next week. We'll see what happens. But
exactly.
But yeah, guys, really appreciate you guys, and
appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Can't wait to see y'all back. Remember, may the Force be with y'all, man.
Yeah.
Peace and love, especially in today's climate. Love your brother, love your sister, love your family, man. And just stay positive, be safe. Like I said, if anything, we do know that, like I said, I think everything that's actually going on out there in the world right now, we can honestly say that Star Wars connects us, it binds, it penetrates. It just gives us that hope, man. So let's just stick with that. Let's go. May the midichlorians be with you guys always and forever. Peace out.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.